Hello, everyone. I am Gustavo Tolosa, and I am doing this Facebook Live, which will also appear in my YouTube channel. So I had this idea today that why not do a short Facebook Live on this special day, the first day of the year 2023. And my Facebook page here has grown so much, and I really appreciate you joining and following and commenting and sharing the page. And well, I wanted to, I wanted to talk a little bit about the New Year's resolutions and how for so many people, those New Year resolutions that have to do with weight loss or health improvement, unfortunately, last a week or two. And encourage you to be different and to keep it all year long. So one of the things, before I say anything, I am a Starch Solution Certified Coach by the McDougall Health and Medical Center. And I have been coaching and helping people for 9 years now. And I started this page back in 2013, actually. So I'm going to give you a few ideas, a few things to try, to think about, strategies. One of them is to keep a journal. I got this one, is new, it doesn't have anything written yet, and it has a map of the world. Well, you can't see, but it has it inside. Hopefully, because this year I will be able to travel more, doing my concerts, also sharing the whole food, plant-based, way of eating, and so that's why I have this. And I want to encourage you to keep a journal. It is quite an eye opener. Okay, you don't have to write a lot. You can just sometimes write 1 or 2 sentences, but write something every day. Maybe an aha moment, maybe something that made you or that helped you look at food in a different way. So that's one thing I want to encourage you to do. I'm going to do it. Last year I didn't do it, and I regretted it because so many things. I learned so much and continue to learn, and I want to have it documented. So also, I want to thank you and for attending my webinars and videos and programs, and to wish you a very prosperous and healthy New Year 2023. I also want to encourage you to move more. And I'm doing this to encourage myself because I tend to spend a lot of hours at the computer and at the piano. As you know, I'm a professional concert pianist, and I have rehearsals and I have practice and I have concerts, etc. So I want to move more. Do some kind of exercise. For me, is walking. I encourage you to find something that is low impact so that your knees won't hurt. I love to walk. I can walk really fast. I can walk up and down the hills, and so that works. I also like low impact aerobics, which I will start looking for classes. You could do swimming, you could do whatever you like, but you do need to find something that you like or you're not going to stick with it. And the other thing, even if it's 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, that's how you can start. And this helps when you write every day. Well, today I walked for 15 minutes, and while I was walking, I was thinking of whatever, you just write it down. But your goal will be to gradually increase the timing and see if by the end of the year you can walk for an hour or exercise for an hour. You do have 365 days. And so we all know, or at least I think we do, that exercise really is not for weight loss unless you were exercising hours a day and eating a very restrictive diet. And so we know that it's the food, like Dr. McDougall says, it's the food. But exercise plays a very important role because it helps us strengthen our bones and muscles. It's also excellent for brain health and memory, and it improves sleep if you have trouble sleeping. It also combats depression and anxiety and many other benefits that exercising does. So I just want to encourage you to do something, to do a little. Maybe you have to wait until you lose some weight. It's okay, but have that in mind for this year. See if you can start moving more. The other thing that I encourage people that I coach and people that attend my 7-day program is to drink a glass of water first thing when you wake up in the morning. A 16-ounce glass of pure, clean water. So it's a big glass, and you can drink it all at once, or you can drink it in 2 or 3 or 4 times. But first thing in the morning, it really helps to detoxify. It helps to get liquids in your body. Even though it may be uncomfortable to have another glass of water before going to bed, it's a very good idea to do that. And also during the night. I know if you have trouble going back to sleep, this may not be for you. I don't have trouble going back to sleep, so I like to drink water. Not all night long, but one time, maybe 2 times, a few sips. Remember that it is the food. If you have addiction, if you have food addiction, this is probably processed food addiction, like I've said it in many of my videos. Nobody, at least nobody that I know or that I've known so far, wakes up in the middle of the night with an irresistible craving for kale or lettuce, okay? And if you do, go for it, okay? No problem with that. But what we call food addiction, it really is processed food addiction. If you would like to detoxify and reset your taste buds and your mind so that you can look at food in a different way, consider joining us for the next 7-day detox and reset program. It's been a wonderful experience for me. I started it last August, and I've done 4 so far, and everybody has loved it, and I've loved it. So let me give you an overview of the starch solution. Maybe you're new here. Maybe you haven't read the book. If you haven't read the book, it is crucial that you read it. If you're interested and you're a member of this page, reading the book upon which this page is based is important. So Dr. McDougall, MD, wrote what I think is perhaps one of the most brilliant, if not the most brilliant book on whole food, plant-based, and it's called The Starch Solution. And that's how I started my trip, my journey to health and to weight loss. So I want to highlight the importance of eating enough unprocessed, wet starches. Some of you may wonder, what is a wet starch? Dr. Lyle, Dr. Doug Lyle talks about wet starches. For example, bread is a starch which is allowed in the starch solution, but it's not a wet starch, it's dry. Pasta, when it's dry, is dry starch. Okay, so wet starch, it's simple. I mean, it's when it has water. So, for example, sweet potatoes, rice, beans, legumes, they all have water, or they're soaked in water, or they're cooked in water. Of course, when you cook whole wheat pasta in water, then that dry starch becomes wet starch. Zucchini noodles, of course, that's something you can have, and that could be considered a wet starch. And so that is what the starch solution is based on. The starches, mostly wet starches. So sweet potatoes, corn, rice, beans, legumes. And with the addition of all of the other non-starchy vegetables, like, you name it. And they add nutrition, they add color, they add flavor, they add texture and aroma to the food, peppers, and all the greens. There is a huge variety of all the other vegetables that are non-starchy. So knowing how to combine 3 or 4 easy, inexpensive ingredients to make a wonderful and filling, comforting meal is crucial. And that's what I found out during these 9 years that I've been in the whole food plant-based follower and coach, is that sometimes people focus on other things, and instead of really focusing on the food. And having a support group is also crucial for many people. But knowing how to make a delicious meal with 3, 4 ingredients, not complicated recipes, unless you like to cook more elaborate recipes. But knowing how to make delicious, easy, fast meals, I call it, meal ideas with 3 or 4 ingredients, it's crucial because most of us are so busy, and many people don't even like to cook, that this is how you're going to succeed. And this is exactly what we do in my 7-day program. It's just 7 days where we log in 3 times a day. If you cannot log in, it's okay, because I send the replays right away. And we cook all the meals of every day, and you get a list of groceries to buy. And I show you how to make it work. I cook it for you. I sometimes am eating it while I do the webinar, and you can see how simple it is. So we also focus on consuming intact fiber. Remember this, okay? Remember this, because fiber is a plant-based nutrient that really, well, it does a lot of things, but you can imagine fiber as wagons in a train, and those wagons are going all around inside the body, and they're gathering all the toxins, all the waste. And the only way really that can be taken out of our body is with fiber. So we focus heavily on fiber during my 7-day program. And fiber is in all plant foods. You know that animal food that has no fiber. So it's going to accumulate toxins and waste products. So fiber is how I design each one of these simple meals. Remember that when you have fiber and you have water, which are the two things that I focus mostly in the program, is it creates bulk, and bulk creates satiety. And of course, we want to feel satiated, and um, and that is how you can eat a lot of volume with very few calories. So focus on water and fiber. So what you would say, well, what is water and fiber? Well, what I just mentioned, sweet potatoes. You have so many kinds of sweet potatoes. You have so many kinds of potatoes. They have different flavors and different textures. You won't get tired. You know, rice, beans. There's so many types. Chickpeas and legumes. These are the things that provide fiber and water. So here are some real life examples of meals. This is what I eat. I want you to, I'm going to look at the comments here. I want you to know that I'm a real person with the same, sometimes the same cravings that you may have, the same challenges. So this is what keeps me on track. Mashed potatoes with butternut squash. You may have never tried this, but try it. You know, let's say that you cut up 4 potatoes, then you also put in the same pot 1 or 2 cups of a cubed peeled butternut squash, and you cook it all together. Then when it's cooked, you will drain the water, but keep it in case you need it, and you will mash it. You won't believe how delicious this combination is with potatoes and butternut squash. It makes it creamy, it adds color, it adds flavor. It's amazing. So that's one of the things that I eat. Mashed potatoes with butternut squash, and I serve it with what I call Gustavo's Green Supreme. And the Green Supreme is onion, garlic, and some type of green. I dry saute, no oil, or water saute the onion and the garlic. And then once it's cooked and brown, I add a green. It could be kale, chopped kale. It could be chopped spinach. It could be chopped Swiss chard. It could be any kind of green. If I have mushrooms available, and if you like mushrooms, I chop a few mushrooms and it goes there with the onions. And then I saute it for 5 minutes or so, and that's delicious. You add any kind of spice that you like. I use different types of spices, different days, and I eat that with my mashed potatoes. You could also eat corn on the cob with this, and or just simply saute green or steam greens, and with some delicious balsamic vinegar. Okay, another thing that is very fast, easy, helpful, you can take it almost anywhere, is a baked potato or a baked sweet potato for either a meal or for snacks even. So what can you put on a sweet potato? Well, one of the things, believe it or not, that is the most delicious to me is to put lemon juice and pepper, or a little bit of salt and pepper. And but you can put salsa on top of a sweet potato or baked potato. You can put sautéed mushrooms, just mushrooms and onions, let's say, or some kind of soup on them. Accompany also with a delicious salad. That's another way. So it's very simple and fast. For breakfast or even for lunch or dinner, I love my hash browns that I make with onions and peppers. And I always have a side of greens with that. My crispy fried baked potatoes in the oven, no oil, of course, with herbs. That's another wonderful meal. A sweet potato stew or soup that includes black beans, chili, my fajita / burrito bowl, Many of these recipes are already in my YouTube channel for free. So make sure that you go to YouTube, you type my name, Gustavo Tolosa, Tolosa, and just start scrolling down. You're going to see many, many really simple, delicious recipes there. A potato salad, I mean, etc. It's just, there's so many. When you do my 7-day program, you end up with several of these meal ideas. Really, no recipes, meal ideas that you can quickly put together. So you can, I just want to encourage you, you can do this. You just have to learn strategies that work for you. Some of the strategies, for example, stop eating after 6 p.m., eat enough before then, and then after 6 p.m., if at all possible, stop eating. But you know what? If that strategy doesn't work for you for whatever reason, no problem. We can find other strategies, okay? I mean, eating out is another strategy. It's a huge roadblock to a lot of people. Another strategy is telling yourself, this isn't my food. I mean, if you repeat it enough times, if you repeat this enough times to yourself, when you see something that you want to eat and you know that this is not good for you and that it's going to make you fall off the wagon, you just have to learn how to say, this isn't my food, or this doesn't work for me. Okay. Another strategy is asking yourself, how will I feel after I eat blank? And answering it, well, I know that I'm going to feel bad. I know I'm going to feel out of control. I know I'm going to feel defeated. I mean, I know I'm going to feel whatever. It's usually, it's not a positive feeling. Just ask yourself and answer the question. Most of the times that will work and you will not want to eat it. There are other strategies. In my 7-day program, we really do that every day. But mostly, I really want you to, I want you to think of this year as the year where you will make health your priority. Because remember, without health, there is no wealth. There is actually nothing. If you don't have health, you can't be with your loved ones and enjoy. You can't work. You cannot do your project. You can't do anything if you don't have health and you don't feel well. So health is a priority. So stay in touch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, which is this one. I do have an Instagram page that is called Plantemus. It is spelled plant, like a plant, P-L-A-N-T, E-M-U-S, plant, E-M-U-S, Plantemus. Okay, that's the Instagram. Also, try going to my website. It's free. It's called plantemus.com. Plant, like Plantemus.com. And that's a website that I do with a plant-based doctor. And sign up for my email list. Stay connected. Be a part of my weekly support group. There are many ways to stay connected. We find in my 7-day program, we find that support is a major element for success. This is what I tell the people, my friends who joined the program. If you fall off the wagon, it is not the end of the world. My approach is more relaxed, is more, let me hold your hand and take you through this. If you fall off the wagon, you're always one bite away from getting back on. You're always one meal away from getting back on. It is not the end of the world. Maybe you are a perfectionist and it works for you to strive for perfection. For most people, thinking that you have to be perfect 100% of the time is stressful, and it's not realistic, and that's why they stop. So it is good to have perfection as a goal, but we learn how to go, to stay on a B or a B plus at first, and then going to an A minus, okay, and staying there for a while, then to an A. Every person has a different timing, and that's what I like to do in my program. Just go with everybody's different timing. I really enjoy taking people by the hand and show them how this is possible and realistic. A few things that are coming up in 2023 is, well, first of all, I'm going to do a 7-day program online at least every other month. So one is coming up. One is coming up now in January, and I'm going to put the link here if you want to look at it. There's the link. Send me an email if you have questions. Take a look at it. Take a look at all the free recipes and videos that I have on the website. So that's one thing. Another thing is that I'm going to do a free easy meal workshop very soon. Maybe sometime this week actually, or at the latest next week, where I'm going to show you how to make easy meals. This is going to be free, but you have to be on my email list. I will announce it here. But if you're in my email list, you'll get it for sure. I'm also going to do a salad tasting party with some really, really good salads. I have trouble eating salads. I don't know about you. Sometimes I'm lazy, I don't want to make them, but knowing that I have some really good salad and salad dressings makes it easier to eat salads. And it is very important to eat salads for satiety and for fiber and water. I have my cup of tea here, a Christmas blend. Oh, and by the way, yellow is my favorite color. I don't look good on yellow, unfortunately, so I don't wear it often, but it is my favorite color. So I'm starting the new year with yellow. And I wanted to tell you about these things. This is coming up, and the salad tasting party is going to be great. It's also going to be free, okay? Then later on, you will hear more about a bundle that is really, really awesome. If you're in my email list, you'll hear about this. And I have been chosen to be a permanent guest on Chef AJ's live show. Okay, so once a month, I think it's the last Friday of the month, I'm going to do a show for AJ, and it will be always about putting together easy meals, okay? Another thing that's happening this year is that Shada, my friend Shada, wonderful chef and friend, plant-based, and we're just finished writing our book, the first whole food plant-based book with that features a woman and a man doing the whole food plant-based way of eating, where we tell you about our stories. We both came from other countries. We both love the U.S. and are U.S. citizens, but we did come from other countries, and so we have some really cool meal ideas and recipes that have an international flavor. That's going to be coming up in early spring. Okay, another good reason to be on the email list so that you will get the announcement. And then, of course, I will be announcing trips that I will be making for my concerts around the world and in the US. And hopefully, if you live in one of those places, you can come and meet me. I had a wonderful surprise this November when I gave a concert in North Carolina. And one of the ladies that follow me and that participates in the program came to the concert, and it was able to meet her in person. That was great. So I'll let you know about that. And I'll let you know about my music videos and online concerts and things like that. So I hope that you have a wonderful week, an amazing 2023, and see you in one of my programs or videos. Thank you for your kind comments, your support. It really means so much to me. I do want to know what your goal is or what your goals are for this year. I'd like to know. You can either type it here right now, or you can email me. My email is info@plantemis.com. So one of my goals is to lose 20 pounds. 20 more pounds in this year. Even though I know that I could do this in 3 or 4 months, I'm giving myself a year. But I'm giving myself a year because I want my mind to believe it. I don't want to stress out. And if my mind believes it, that it's possible, which is totally possible, then it is going to happen, okay? And it will probably happen earlier. And then I'll probably lose some more if I want to lose some more. So, but these are little mind tricks that we need to learn. I appreciate your, let's see. So let's see, if you have been doing the Star Solution or a whole food plant-based diet and you're not losing weight, I have in my YouTube channel 2 or 3 videos about that. There is something that I don't want to say that you're doing wrong, because I don't want to put it in a negative way, but there is something there. Unfortunately, until I know more about it, until I see your food diary, I won't be able to tell you exactly what it is. It seldom is something that is wrong with your metabolism. Very seldom. Like Dr. Lyle says, only one time in his entire professional career he found somebody that really wasn't able to lose weight. Otherwise, there is something that we need to tweak there. You can email me. We can start a conversation there. I have helped many people who have told me that I'm following this way of eating 100%, and it's not that they're lying. They're following 100% in their minds with what they know at that moment. But I've always been able to point out 1 or 2 or 3 things that were a roadblock. And so once they learned that, they started losing weight. So it is very possible, okay? Always good to hear the gospel. Thank you for kicking off the new year with your strategies. Okay, well, thank you for logging in, everyone, and stay connected. I will continue posting things on this page and in my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you very soon in one of my free videos, or in my 7-day program, which is the most affordable program right now. Most programs are in the thousands of dollars, and I really want to help. I really want to help people. So even though I need to earn some income, I have priced this program with what you pay in this program. You will probably get 1 hour in another program. Here you're getting 7 entire days. So it's just $97 for the whole thing. But there are ways to pay less, and you can see that on my website. And even if that is a problem, you email me, and we'll figure out a way that you can attend, okay? Because I do honestly want to help people. That's what I like to do. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and stay in touch.